Greetings, YouTube, LMS Tactical. You know, last night I was going through the internet and I ran across an incident that happened in Anaheim, California. I guess it happened a couple days ago. If you're not aware of it, do a Google search and watch the videos. Basically, somebody from my old department, a off-duty LAPD officer who lives right there in Anaheim, which is near Disneyland. I think it's just a couple blocks away. And I may get a few facts wrong, but generally, this is what happened. So I guess there's a school in the neighborhood, and you get about 5 billion kids walking across your yard, or there's been some kind of ongoing dispute with these young teenagers that walk across people's yards. Whatever the case, this off-duty cop ends up in a verbal dispute with one of them. You know, some fuck yous are exchanged. Somebody got called a cunt. You'll see it on the video. The allegations anyways. And so at some point, you know, there's a million kids there and they're all filming with their phones. So that's why you got the video. You can just go to YouTube and just, you know, just search off-duty cop fires a shot, you know, at teenagers or something. Let's go this way, Charlie, come on. And so he's standing there. He's basically got a 13-year-old, looks like a Hispanic guy, and he's got him by his, you know, clothes or whatever. He's holding on to him because somebody's already called the police, whether it was him or another adult that was standing out there. But let's say there's 20 or 30 young teenagers that are either friends or schoolmates of this guy. And they're all kind of like wolves, you know. They're kind of trying to surround the cop, who he pulls the young kid that he's detaining for the police for whatever reason. And you know, they're pushing him, you know, as far as like getting closer and closer and let him go, you pinche whale, you know, that kind of shit. Like 99% of them are Hispanic, and then you got like two or three black guys in there. And you know, at some point he's standing next to a hedge, like a hedge about waist high that separates two properties. And this one black guy comes up, you know, he's a teenager too. He puts his bag down, and he's going to be the hero. He goes over there and he's like, hey, let him go, man. You know, this kind of shit. Well, while the cop's distracted talking to him, a Hispanic kid comes running up and, you know, football shoves the cop right over the hedge, who never does let go of the other kid. So he kind of flies over the hedge, but he's still got a hold of this other punk. Now they're on the other side of the hedge, and the black guy's like punching at his face. The crowd's moving in, getting more hostile, and this off-duty cop pulls his weapon. And when he does, there's another little bit of shoving going on. Somebody gets right in the way, so you can't quite see exactly what happened, but a shot goes off. And that clears the assholes out real quick. But it appeared to me like it was an accidental discharge. That's what it looked like to me. I couldn't see his finger, but the way things happened, him getting pushed, you might remember in some of my videos I talked about the sympathetic squeeze. It's one of the reasons you don't put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to shoot somebody, because if you trip and fall, you know, it's like, you know, if I got my finger on the trigger and I trip, it's a natural reaction to pull, you know, my fingers in, and that's called a sympathetic squeeze. And if your finger's on the trigger, your gun's going to go off. And that's what it looks like happened. But in any case, you know, the police get there. Then last night, I guess there was, you know, typical protests. You know, they want the cop arrested. They vandalized his house, painted a bunch of shit on the garage, fucked up the neighbor's house thinking it was the cop's house, blah, blah, blah. You know, I got tired of watching it. You know, a couple hundred kids that block the intersection and are fucking with people in cars and throwing shit. You know, any excuse to riot. That's the youth of today. So basically, you know, there was major protest, and they were calling for the immediate arrest of this officer, which is just insanity. You know, first of all, you know, let's talk about what the officer did. Clearly, this guy has not seen my videos where I advise cops, not just in LA, but everywhere. Answer your radio calls. Don't get involved in any shit. Now, this guy was off duty. He should have called the on-duty, you know, Anaheim cops if he had a problem. Because when you're, and this guy's like fucking, he's more of a cracker than I am. This guy's like big, tall, lily white dude with a shaved head, you know, dark sunglasses on. I mean, there's no way you're going to win this argument. You just look like a leader of the fucking clan, you know, just like I do. You know, so here this guy, there's no way you're going to win any confrontation. I mean, what was this guy thinking? What was he thinking? You know, and there's people that are going to say, hey, man, back your fellow officers up. You know, it's easy to second guess. Look, man, this is a new world, okay? In my day, when I was a cop, if I was off duty and I was being harassed and punched and shoved by a bunch of fucking 13-year-old punks, believe me, man, I would have just went fucking medieval on their ass, and there would have been about 25 little fucking teenage assholes laying on the grass wondering how the fucking they got there so quick and why they were bleeding. Oh yeah, tough guy to hit kids. Look, man, I've seen kids kill. I've seen kids kill. He identified himself. They knew he was a cop. How does he know they don't have a weapon? Maybe he thought he saw one. Now, you can hear the guy saying, the cops saying, you know, you shouldn't have said you were going to shoot me. And the kid saying, no, I said I was going to sue you. Look, man, for all you cops watching this, unless it's an immediate threat to your life or the life of a loved one, don't get involved. This is not the 80s and the 90s. You can't do this shit anymore. Now, so you got LAPD investigating this guy, the internal affairs. You got Anaheim investigating him. You got a shot fired, whether it was accidental or otherwise. I gotta believe it was accidental. So the guy's gonna get fucked over, okay? Will he go to jail? I hope not, I doubt it. But, you know, his department, the LAP, is gonna fuck with him because an accidental discharge under any circumstances is bad, but under those circumstances is unbelievable. So here again, you got my fucking fat, limping ass walking a dog somewhere in Virginia trying to save you fucking cops a little grief and job loss, financial loss. But I repeat what I've said a million times. Don't get involved in anything. You're not going to win. And if you're a white male, you lost the minute you got out of bed that morning. Do you understand that? You got to understand that. Look at the view. There is no reason on earth for a white cop on duty or off to be grabbing onto anybody else, especially if they're not white, unless there's a threat of violence. I mean, if these guys are walking through your yard, now look at, I mean, was it worth it? This guy, forget all the trouble he's in. Now everybody knows where he lives. His shit's gonna get vandalized. You know, life's gonna be a bitch. It ain't worth it. Anyways, I've drug this out long enough. What do you guys think? You guys take care. Admire my awesome shirt. Let me know if this little microphone thing is that making a difference? Does it sound better? Do you guys like the phone video better? I don't know. Anyways, oh man, I just realized I should be using a lower, I think I'm using 32 frames a second on this. I gotta adjust it, otherwise it's gonna be all jumpy, but you guys just have to tough it out. Elements Tactical, I'm out. Take care. Oh my God, there's a squirrel pursuit. Look at this. Oh, they separated. See the one right there at the base of the tree? There he goes. That guy's running over there. Holy shit, I got some knee problems. Hang on a second. Slow down, Char. Looking to get an MRI here as soon as possible. My left knee is completely fucked up. This freaking squirrel's brave, man. Whoa, he just jumped from one tree to the other. Do it again. Oh, he's up in his hole. Too bad I don't have this thing extended. We could go spy on him. Yeah. Hello, squirrel. Eee. Anyways,